Welcome to the USA where everyone needs a gimmick. Picture it. The year was 2015. Obama was president, Harambe was still alive, and they made a good Star Wars movie. Not too good, it's not on this list, but here it is. Though a bit late, Gimmic's Top 5 Best Movies of 2015. Number 5. It's been a long time since we've seen a Peanuts movie, and it has done a lot to amaze us. Wait. Peanuts was good, but I need to change this. Peanuts would be number 6. Number 5. It Follows. I don't care if it was released in festivals in 2014. I saw it in theaters in 2015. It's going on the list. It Follows is a supernatural thriller with the premise being almost like an urban legend. You have sex with someone who has the curse, and then this demon monster thing turns its attention to you. No matter where you are in the world, it's walking towards you, whether it be someone you know or a stranger in the crowd. Whatever helps it get close to you. Along with some decent non-jump scares, this movie tries and succeeds not to do some off-the-wall crazy garbage like some other horror movies. The movie is fun and unique with the monster, focusing on grotesque imagery rather than one designed for the monster in order to be scary. The acting is fine, but the soundtrack is reminiscent of John Carpenter in the 80s. This movie was doing Stranger Things before Stranger Things did Stranger Things. Number 4. Kingsman. Seeing this movie in theaters was probably the best thing I could have done. It was fun-tastic. TM. Spy training school and watching Taron Egerton break out in this very mature spy film, it was great. It was a real romp. This movie did some off-the-wall crazy shit, and I mean that in a good way. Based off of the comic of the same name, which wasn't all that good or clever, the director Matthew Vaughn made it his own and something brilliant. Some would say shock humor, but I'd say it was more likely taking the audience to the limit of what they have seen and just spilling over into some new ground. Every 10 minutes there's a new moment to make your jaw drop, or smile, or just wonder what's going on. I can't say it anymore, it's too good. Number 3. Krampus. Finally, a Christmas horror. Finally, a good Christmas horror. Don't get me wrong, Krampus isn't without its flaws. It seems to take tense moments and try to make it lighthearted for some reason. I mean, is this about an anti-Santa who tortures naughty kids, or isn't it? But the dark moments really pull the shutter out of you, and the style of the whole thing opens a new door into the holiday spirit you never thought you'd see. The idea and scares revolve around practical effects, for the most part, and it shows when we see what's been behind a lot of the horror that's present. As silly as you think it might be, it's a lot more scary than silly. Adam Scott is also still really, really good in this. Also, if you need to get your kids in shape in time for the holidays, show them this. They'll be perfectly okay. Number 2. Creed. I wouldn't say that the Rocky franchise has a shoddy record, but I do believe that it was beating a dead horse after the second movie. With Creed, it felt refreshed and new. Michael B. Jordan really hit this out of the park and was the perfect casting for the son of Apollo Creed. For those of you who haven't seen it, the editing is inspirational. If you're not an editor, or if you don't know what editing is, then you might not understand. But there are shots littered throughout the movie, edited to perfection. Whether it be montage music or jump cuts, it helps tell the story better than some of the dialogue. Not to mention the great cinematography. Yes, the romance might not be the best part about the movie, but at least it didn't try to reboot the Adrian Rocky moments beat for beat like I was worried about. It makes the audience feel what Adonis Creed or what any other fighter, wrestler, boxer feels before a big match. Creed is heavy-handed and will knock you out. In a good way. Number 1. Like I said in the beginning, Star Wars isn't on this list, but I'm guessing you're guessing what I'm guessing what your guess is for my number 1 movie of 2015. That's right, it's The Hateful Eight. Some might disagree, but make your own list. The Hateful Eight movie was so fun to watch, based around these bizarre characters all huddled in a shack trapped by a blizzard filled with bounty hunters, sheriffs, hangmen, and maybe a gang member. Maybe not. Take a guess. If your answer is yes, then it might be right, but I'll never tell. The dialogue. One of my favorite parts of a Tarantino film is so descriptive and personal. It really builds up each character who gets to speak. You learn so much about everyone in the 2 hours and 40 minutes short time you get to see all these characters. It makes you feel claustrophobic and paranoid for most of the duration, which is what makes your blood run cold without the help of the blizzard. And with the end of 2015, my New Year's resolution: watch more movies. Clear your schedules, gentlemen.